Y'all already know who it is, what it is. It's your boy Hustle Man, and it's gonna be a big episode for me, man. I got my mans in the house. Today we gonna talk. We gonna talk and not just talk, but we gonna have a great conversation. I say feed the people. Y'all already know. Go on here, brother. Introduce yourself, man. Let them know who you is.
God said feed the people, so it's lunchtime. I'm Buff. My name Everett Ofrey, but everybody call me Buff.
Come on,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? So yeah, that's who I am. Out the Florida Project.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I was born and raised at. I always see where I'm from because I always want people that's where I'm from to understand that look, you can rise up out of anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I always talk about where I'm from or where I've been. Because I want people that were similar situated or who down in life or think they can't make it in life to look at me and be like, yeah, I can do it.
For sure.
Yeah, I just want to be an inspiration, brother.
For sure. And that's what's down. So we gonna start off like this, man. Like when I first come across, across what your wave and what you got going on, somebody sent it to me, right?
Right.
And it was like, man, Hustle, you gotta hit him. He on a different type of time.
Right.
And when I go check your grandma, I say, damn, God, I say feed the people at lunchtime. It was catchy.
Right.
I said, that's fire.
Right.
I said, that's one of the ones.
Right.
So I start tapping into the video. And as I tap into the video, I start really paying attention to what you're saying because you were consistent. And one thing about being consistent, like, you can't miss it.
Right.
You gonna hit me every day.
Right.
If you follow me, now you gotta see me.
Right.
And every message, it was a message. It's not just any message, but it was a message to where you can say, you know what, I could hold on to that. It's quick, it's easy, ain't too long, and I could hold on, and that's a good one.
Right.
So you feel what I'm saying? I just let's just get into that, man. Just get into the story behind you, man.
Man, it's the message, bro. Is divine. I probably told you at one time we were sent to heal a nation.
Come on.
Cause we really was sent to heal a nation.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, it has to be divine because only divine intervention could have intervened on where we were headed and bring us to where we at right now.
For sure.
So, man, I grew up in a project, in a ghetto, like your typical person in a ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Daddy not there. Mama got to do what she got to do. You know what I'm saying? To make ends meet.
For sure.
Vain. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the materialistic things because that's the things that our ghetto, we put that in the light in our ghetto. So that's what we was, So we was on that. And in school, bro, I was always like a straight A student.
Come on.
I'm talking about from kindergarten, man, from all the way to high school. I was in advanced classes. It was like really like school was never hard to me. It was always easy. It was like cake to me.
Come on.
You put me in a class and it'd be cake. I'd be like, let me run through this right fast. It always was boring to me because that could keep me engaged, right?
Right.
So, and my mama, she had to do what she had to do, do a few things that, that I know she wasn't proud of having to do to survive, to survive and make sure that we straight, So, in middle school, bro, I used to play the horn. I used to play the trumpet.
All right.
I'm talking about, I really know how to read music in real life.
Hey, listen, and I listened to a couple of your podcasts, and I ain't never hear you mention that.
No, I ain't never talk about it, bro. I really know like FACEEGBDF. That's the line in the spaces. If I know that means I know music for real. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I was into. But, the attractive things was, how people was dressing and the cars they was driving and things like that attracted me, man. So, my brothers was in the game, you know what I'm saying? So I gravitated towards that. I ain't want to, and nobody wanted me in that, but I gravitated towards that, you know what I'm saying? So, I wound up getting caught up, in the streets, living street life, started getting high, you know what I'm saying? And then at 17, I found myself in an old parish prison, arrested on a murder charge, bro.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I got out in 60 days. I was right back.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? On another murder charge, bro.
Damn.
I got out at 45 days. I was right back on another murder charge, bro. Damn. You know what I'm saying? It was like that.
Yeah.
And during that time, during that time, the city was corrupt.
Okay.
The police was corrupt. Everything was corrupt.
Okay.
So from the outside looking in, it looked like, damn, this guy into all kind of different things. But all the while, it wasn't really that.
Come on.
It just was that if I hear your name and you associated, you around it, you going to jail, whatever like that, right?
Right.
So the time before I went to jail, like for 27 and a half years, the time before that, bro, I got arrested for a murder, right?
Yeah.
The homicide detective, they brought me to homicide, and he said, look, I know you don't want to make no statement or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know. He said, but look, this is why I brought you here. He said, see, your picture is up there. He said, you might get out on this one right here. He said, but I guarantee you within a month, you'll be coming back or you're going to be dead. We're going to put on a project to find out who killed you. I'm like, you ain't talking about nothing. I'm defiant. We ain't like the police.
Okay.
I don't really understand what he's saying to me. He a grown man. I'm a kid.
Uh-huh.
You know, my mind not working like his mind working. So
For
I'm
sure.
like, I'm versus you, boy. Go ahead on. Right? Right. So bam, I go to jail. I'm talking about less than a month later. The same homicide detective sitting in the homicide office when I walk in there. He said, what I told you. He said, you going to Angola now, buff.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? He said, ain't got no guns up there.
Uh-uh.
Right? Bam. Man, he was right. I was sentenced to life, man. I was convicted of second. I went to trial on first-degree murder, was convicted of second-degree murder. I was sentenced to life in prison at 18.
So let's talk about that, right?
Right.
Let's talk about you sitting in the courtroom, right?
Right.
I mean, just the whole process. You know, I've been through the system, so I know how it go. You get your arraignment, guilty, not guilty. You're not guilty. You know, you get your lawyer, pay lawyer, however you go.
Right.
And the whole time, you know, you talking with your lawyer, y'all trying to build up a plan to get free. Knowing what you know now, and you know, we know this. We know a lot of how these young dudes, they falling on these murder charges.
Right.
And they don't even understand the law.
No, you don't know. Say, bro, let me tell you something.
Like, let's talk about if you could go back in time and talk to the old you in that stage, and right there in that, like, during that process, what type of game would you give yourself?
Man, to really understand the situation that you in.
Mm-hmm.
I like now. This is what I do now when I'm going to talk to the guys, because you know I work at the public defender's office.
Okay.
So I'm a client advocate. So I'm like an in between a lawyer and the guy that he represent, right?
Okay.
So now I had that same opportunity that people didn't do for me. I got a chance to do that for other brothers.
Okay.
You know, I go to him and the whole thing is making an informed decision.
Yeah.
In order to make an informed decision, you got to have the correct information to make an informed decision. You can't make an informed decision if you ain't got the correct information or if your mind ain't mature enough for you to make that decision, right? So now when I'm going to see the brothers and I'm assessing them, I'm seeing where they at. You know, I'm conversating with them just to see where they at.
Okay.
You know, and letting them know that, look, somebody care about you. I'm here for you.
Come on.
You know, on all kind of levels. But at the same time, not downplay the seriousness of their situation neither.
Come on.
No, and letting them know, look, bro, I've been there before.
Sure.
So I'm gonna tell you what I wish somebody would have told me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? To understand the trouble that you find yourself in right now.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation is. So we get a chance to talk about that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So now when I'm telling them about, all right, you went through arraignment. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going through motions hearing. Now I can bring them a statute that talks about emotion to suppress. Mm-hmm. Now he can actually see it in real life, and able to we can dialogue about it.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He can ask me questions about it, or he can conversate with the lawyer about it, and that be my thing. I'd be like, look, bro, I ain't trying to teach you the law.
Come on.
I'm trying to teach you enough the way you can communicate with the people and find, see what's going on, because I want them to know the seriousness of their situation.
For sure.
So if the people come and say, look, we got these numbers on the table for you, you can understand that, man, without these numbers, I'll probably be gone forever.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And I let them know, look, bro, you could be gone forever. I was gone forever.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the advice I'll give the brother. Man, look, understand the situation that you in.
Come on.
When I was in Angola, and the young brothers used to come up there,
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell them, look, you got to grow up quick.
Come on.
You're a man now. Mama can't help. She can't help you, brother.
Come on.
You got to help you. There's some things that you got to learn about you and about the situation that you're in that can probably help you out of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to step up first. Nobody can't make you. Ain't nobody can. You got to be the one.
Come on.
To step up and so that's the kind of advice, bro. I was like when I grew to a level of awareness, not jumping ahead, my thing was always I want to tell people what I wish somebody would have told me.
Yes.
So I'm going to do for people what I wish somebody would have done for me or what I would want somebody to do for me.
Sure.
Not what you would do for me, what I would have wanted you to do for me. I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to show you.
For sure.
If you catch on, cool. If you don't catch on, cool too. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Come on.
I got to do what I got to do. So yeah, brother.
Man, that's good advice because, like I said, when I said, man, I'm gonna set this podcast up, and I said, man, I'm gonna interview Feed the People, and like I said, I've been watching your moves. I watch everything you got going on as far as what you post on Instagram, and I said this episode gotta be different.
Right.
Right. I gotta get in details. I gotta see what you've been through.
Right.
Because you was sentenced to life.
Right.
Mentally, they like at that moment they told you, boy, you gone. Your life gone.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I know a lot of young boys in that same situation.
Right.
Right. They don't know about motions.
Right.
They don't know about motions and suppress evidence.
Evidence, none of that.
They don't know about all that. All they know is, man, I go to court.
Right.
Damn, I got set back.
Right.
Man, I go to court. Damn, I got what your lawyer talking about?
Yeah.
Man, call my lawyer, see what they talking about.
Right.
So, if I can get somebody like you, and if we can talk about this, if we can get down, and I don't care if they get towards, if they can hit this, but somebody gonna hit it. Somebody got love when a young boy that's in jail.
Right.
Man, listen, I was in a Hustle Man podcast, and he had somebody who got sentenced to life, gave it back. Do you know anything about motion, son? You know anything about?
Right.
That's what we need to be working on.
Educating the people. Yeah.
Because when I went to jail, I didn't know nothing about motions. I ain't know nothing about none of that.
Right.
My mom ain't know nothing about none of that.
Right.
My dad ain't know nothing about none of that.
Right.
I had a lawyer, and my lawyer not communicating with. They looking at me like, man, you 17 years old. You ain't gonna know nothing about that.
Right.
So it's like, I always told myself, dog, if I could get the information, I'm gonna give it to them. In the way I'm gonna give it to them, in the way they can understand it, because I'm gonna articulate in the way they can understand it. Right. So boom, you in court. You know you fighting. You going to trial, and they found you guilty. Just the moment where the judge they read out the verdict, where you was at headspace, where you was at mentally.
The whole while I was in the parish and I was fighting. I was doing what I was doing as it relates to my case, bro. It wasn't affecting me like it should have been. You know what I'm saying? We grew up abnormal. We grew up wrong. We were traumatized already, just growing up how we grew up, right? We inherited trauma from our ancestors, slavery, and then we grew up in a project. We seeing things that the average kid don't supposed to see, so we numb to a lot of things.
Come on.
Right? So I'm in a parish, and I'm on a tier with, man, almost everybody who I'm on a tier with, they on murders and armed robberies, hard charges.
Come on.
But we run around the tier just playing and fighting and talking and rapping and clapping, and we don't know the seriousness of our situation. So we go into court, and in our mind, man, I'm trying to get 5 years, man. You just took a life. Or they accuse you of taking your life, a life. But a sweet deal to you sound like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? If I get 5, I'll take that 5. Everybody was on that. I ain't taking nothing if they ain't giving me. Well, we don't know. We don't understand. Sure. So fast forward, I go to trial. Bam, I'm at trial. Brothers came, done whatever they done. Bam, they say I'm guilty, 2nd-degree murder. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And guess what, bro? It didn't affect me like that right then and there.
I can believe that.
It was like, man, all right, cool, it's all good. I got life. My partners got life. We gonna be the lifers. We going to jail. Yeah, we going to Angola. We gonna. Because a few of us was on a tier to get out. We had life, so we going to Angola, bro. We gonna rock. We're gonna go up there. We're gonna roll. We're gonna rock and roll. However they want rock and roll. What they doing up there?
For sure.
That's how they doing it. We're gonna do it how they doing it up there, right?
For sure.
Dumb, stupid. We don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we get to Angola, a slave plantation.
Come on.
Right? I'm talking about, bro. We go to Angola. I see cotton, corn. I'm like, bro, I ain't never saw none of this in my life, but on TV.
Come on. It's real.
I see, man, I feel like I'm on Roots. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I know about Roots, and I'm reading now, so I'm getting to that conscious of what's going on, right? So I'm man, what the? So look, I'm in a field. I'm in a farm line. I'm in a working cell block. I go to the farm line, right? Bam, we go out there. Oh, we walk so far. I'm like, bro, what they doing? I'm like, what, they gonna come get us with a bus? They like no, brother. We gotta walk all the way with the tool on our shoulder to the, you know. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Look, so bam, they bring us to a cotton field one day. I said, oh no, I ain't picking no cotton, bro. I ain't doing it.
Come on.
So the brother's like, man, you gotta pick the cotton, man. Chill out. This the way you gotta say, bro. I don't care about none of that. I'm not picking no cotton, bro. Bam, I go to the dungeon, right? So I go to court, disciplinary court. So the man said, what happened? I said, I felt like I was on Roots.
Come.
Man said, what? I said, yeah. I said, I felt like I was on Roots.
He had to respect
I said, man, I'm not. And it's a black chump. So he like, Roots, bro? I said, yeah, Roots.
Roots.
I said, I ain't going. He said, well, look, I'm going to let you go back. I said, look, I'm going to be back. If we got to go in the cotton again, I'm coming back to the dungeon, so you might well don't let me out. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So he let me out, but fortunately, bro, I never went back in the cotton field, you know. But I still went in the field. Sure. You know, that's the ad, bro.
Man. So on one of your interviews, I told you I've been peeping you out.
Right.
And you said, man, I called my mom. I said, Mom, remember when you told me,
yes,
I'm in the world of trouble. I'm gonna be in the world of trouble.
Yes. I told her.
And you said, well, Mom, I think I'm in the world of trouble.
Yeah, I'm there now.
Yeah, I'm there now.
I knew I was there.
Damn.
I'm talking about, that's when that thing started to sit in on me. When I went to seeing all these old people, and I'm like, people I ain't see forever. I'm seeing them, and I'm like, and I'm hearing these numbers. Yeah. My cellie, I'm in a cell with a guy when I first come. Charles Brown Jr., he's still there.
Damn.
When I got there, he was down 20 years.
Come on. Damn.
He told me 20. I almost passed out. I was 20.
Come on.
He like, yeah, bro, I've been down 20. I'm like, 20. And how they be saying it?
Like, it ain't nothing.
It ain't going to, like, you know, yeah, I just been down to, that's just 20. 20. That was like, oh. So, you know, as I went to meeting other brothers, I'm 30, 40. 20 average. I'm talking about average. That was average, like 20. I'm like, oh. I said, man, I'm in the world. We in the world. I'm in the world. This it.
This it,
right here. I'm like, oh. I'm really like, man, it's cold-blooded. I mean, you know, and I'm like, man, you can actually be here that long? That can happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, bro. He been down 10. He been down 15. They just came, though. 15 and he just came?
Yeah. See that, and that's the part where as a young boy growing up, you don't hear that.
No.
You don't
no.
You hear it, but you don't
nobody talks about it.
Nobody don't talk about it. Like,
yeah.
So it's like, and then it's like when you see it, when you experience it, you be like, wait, this shit real.
It was real.
Your first let's just talk about your first year. Okay. With the life in Angola. How was that? Man,
the first year it was like a transition year in for us finding out where I was headed inside of that prison. You know what I'm saying? Because Angola is different from all other prisons.
Come on.
It's different in the sense where you can do all kind of things that you in Angola that you can't do in other places. It's kind of like free, open. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you got drugs you can get into. Okay. You got sports you can get into. You got educational programs that you can get into. You can go to school. They got trade schools. They got all kind of stuff going on inside of the prison. But when I first come in population, because I was in a working cell blocks, when I first come to the main prison, that's like the main population. When I go to the main prison, they had some brothers that I grew up under a little bit. And they was like, they told the other brothers from around my way, bring them to the law library.
All right.
I go to the law library, they in there.
Your first year?
Yeah, my first week down a walk.
Law library.
Yeah, they bring me to the law library. So they got the brothers in there. I take my hat off to the brothers. They in there. So they like, look, we're going to learn you how to use the law library. This is what you need to know. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't dumb by a long shot. So I'm like, all right.
Like a challenge.
Right.
Y'all playing like, what?
Let's roll. So they learning me how to, bam, they learning me how to use the law library, telling me how the system works. You know, I don't know how the books work. I don't know what books are, what these books are. So they telling me, right? Okay. So they said, we're going to put you in a law class. I said, a law class? I said, they got law classes in prison?
Come on.
They like, yeah. They said they got this brother, Kelvin Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got to meet this brother right here. You remember? Man, I'm talking about, bro. That's my man's right
in prison.
Now. No, he home. He home now. At that time, he was in prison. He was like one of the best jailhouse lawyers, right?
Yeah.
So it was like they got this Kelvin Duncan got this law class. You won't be in there.
Come on.
Kelvin Duncan got the law class on Saturdays. Everybody, so I'm like, all right. I go to this brother class. And this brother know this stuff like that, like the back of his hand, how he talking this stuff. He writing on the board, giving us assignments. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so by me just easy to learn, I'm catching on to stuff quick, but I don't really understand fully what I'm catching on to. Okay. But it's like a puzzle to me. It's like, all right, I could put this together. That go with that. That's how it go. Dude said it go like this. Then I know how to go use. I'm learning how to use these books. Now I'm just like, all right. I'm going to go see. So he see it, though. He able to see it like, damn, you different.
Uh-huh.
So he like, look, make sure you come to the class, man. I'm coming.
Sure.
Because you got things you can get into it and not to do none of that.
Come on.
So that was my first year. But like they introduced me to that. Somebody brought me to, they had a group called Substance Abuse Clinic, right?
Yeah.
They bring me to the Substance Abuse Clinic. The Substance Abuse had a class called Transaction Analysis.
Okay.
Right? So they had a brother who was teaching it at the time. He really cold-blooded with this transaction analysis, right? Mm-hmm. So they giving me this. They like, look, bro, we're gonna teach you about the art of communication.
All right.
I'm like, art of communication? What are they talking about? Everything is like fascinating to me because it's like
it's new.
Because that's how my mind works. I'm like, oh, the art of communication, conversation. Boy, let's roll. Law, like, look, dude signed me up for GED school, right?
Come on.
Look, I'm in GED school. I ASAP'd it. Like 3 months, I'm through. I passed got my GED and everything. It's like, and then people seeing that, man, home and catching on to this stuff real quick, like, cause it's cake to me. That's my thing. This is my thing. So, Kelvin, bro, he dude really gave me some jewels. Not only him, Norris Henderson, Broom. Man, it's so many brothers that was in that law library at the time. Sure. They had like brothers in there like known for the law. They like he know it. He Joker, all kind of other brothers. They turned them out to me. I don't care what else they doing in the prison. They know the law, But Kelvin got this class, so I'm going to this class. So that's where I was at. Even in the field, we got assignments that we doing. So they got other brothers in the law class in the field. So we in the field talking about cases, case law, and challenging. This. Or what this case here, what this mean? In the case, what this mean? I'm like, yeah, this mean that or whatever. Like, so so people listening to us.
All right.
And they like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking that my peers is catching on to the stuff like I'm catching on to it, but they really not. They really not. They really not, bro.
So I won't ask you something. What part of your life while you was back there? When you was back there, what part of your life you said to yourself, man, I believe I could get myself out of here?
I think it came with maturity.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna say I mature faster than a lot of my peers, bro.
All
right. Right? At I can say at about 24, I really knew who I was. In a sense to where I understood that I ain't had to prove nothing to nobody.
Come on.
See, once I understood that I ain't had to prove nothing to nobody, that freed me in a sense to where I was able to just do things freely, go ask anybody questions, because I kind of knew what was up with me. I'm like, man, who I gotta impress? Who I gotta prove a point to?
Real talk.
I'm like,
Real talk.
you know, I done been through. I've been there. I done that. I'm willing to go wherever you want to go with it. But I understand that, man. This really like, I think I want to try to find a way that I don't have to do none of that. I want that to be gratifying to me.
Come on.
Like punching somebody in the face be gratifying to you when you're young.
Yeah.
I want not punching them in the face to be gratifying to me.
Come on.
So I start to mature on that level. So, and that's coming on with brothers giving me these books. Yeah. Look, read this. A.J. Rogers, World Greatest Men of Color, Volume 1 and 2. Read this. Stolen Legacy. Read this, The Broader Files. The Autobiography of Malcolm X by Alex Haley. The Judas Files.
Come on.
Alex Haley Roots. You know, I'm getting these books. These are the books that people are giving me, the Willie Lynch theory.
Okay.
You know, I'm getting these books,
sure.
But I'm getting molded with this education at the same time. So I'm like, and bro, a lot of people approaching me. The Christians approaching me. The Muslims approaching me. People approaching me. And I'm like,
you to be a part of the organization.
And I'm like, and they seeing what I'm not seeing. You know what I'm saying? They saying, dang, because all of my young, you know, the guys that the same age as me, they come around, they respecting my opinion on things, but I'm not having an opinion on a lot of things.
Sure.
I'm really like, man, we need to be in the law library, bro. We need to be kind of like getting this stuff. And they like, you go to the law library. We gonna do the rest of the things. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be mad with my peers.
Right.
Until a brother came and told me, he said, look, bro, an older brother, and he said, look, brother, you can't be mad with them, bro, because they don't want you do what you want them to do.
Come on.
You know, if you care for them that much, you go learn it and you help them out. And I took that with me.
For sure.
So now, I don't care if you come to the law class with me. I'm going.
Come on.
I don't care if you come to the educational building with me. I'm going. If you come, cool, I'm happy.
Come on.
But if you don't come, cool too. I'm like, brother, I'm going to see y'all. I ain't going to the football game. I'm going to the law class.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I started to understand. But during that time, I still don't know that I can actually probably help myself get out of prison. I know I'm learning this stuff, and I know this stuff, bro. It wasn't until I get locked up, I go to Camp J, right? They say we was conspiring to bring drugs in the institution.
Okay.
Conspiracy, right? I ain't even knew nothing. I ain't even knew what that meant.
Come on. Because
it was new in a prison rule book.
Okay.
I go to Camp J. Pow. I'm at Camp J. At Camp J, you're in a one-man cell. You're doing, on level 2, you're doing 23 and 1. No, yeah, you're doing 23 and 1. In 45 minutes, you get to go shower, or unless you go on the yard on level 2. You don't get a chance to be on the tip.
All right.
So I don't go on the yard. Only thing I'm doing is get my 15 minutes to go shower. So I'm in the cell all day. So in that cell all day, I'm versus me.
Come on.
I'm versus myself.
Come on.
Right? I'm reading. I'm meditating. I'm in, because it's on in Camp J, all kind of stuff going on. Dude on this side of you making noise all night. The one on this side of you making noise all night. Dude down the hall. It's crazy.
Come on.
Right? Solitary confinement. That's what it is, right? That's what it's meant to do. Break you down mentally.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, you just stay strong throughout this process, right? So I get denied in a court of appeals. The Louisiana Supreme Court denied my direct appeal.
Come on.
So I know I got to file post-conviction. So now all the stuff I've been learning and reading the law is kicking into me. Like, man, you got deadlines because you got deadlines. I mean, you got to file within a certain amount of time, or you're gonna be barred from court.
Come on.
I know about bars. Kelvin taught us about bars and stuff. So I'm like, man, I gotta file my post-conviction. So I the guys who showed me about the law, I wrote them a letter. I'm like, look, bro, I need somebody to help me file my post-conviction. They said, all right, we'll file it, but you write it out.
Come on.
I'm like, man, I ain't never wrote a writ in my life. What you mean? I don't know how to do none of that stuff. So I had another brother who was working in the law library. He was a tutor too. He was coming at Camp J. So he said, man, you can do that. I said, hey, you can do it.
Come on.
He said, I'm going to bring you a writ. Ain't nothing but English. You know English, right?
Come on.
You know active verse and passive verse, right? I'm like,
Come on.
He said, that's all it is. He said, I'm going to bring you another English book and I'm going to bring you a writ. That's what he did.
Come on.
I wrote my post-conviction out.
Come on.
I sent it down the walk to the brother. The brother typed it up, sent it back to me. I'm like, yeah.
It's up.
Yeah.
It's up. It's up.
Yeah. But I knew one thing. When I was in that cell, I kept saying, you know what? I can't never come back to the cell no more. Because I'm on a tier with a brother. I was in Angola for about 5 or 6 years during that time. I'm on a tier with a brother that I haven't seen since I first came to Angola. And this way he been at the whole time.
Come on.
So he telling me, like, bro, don't get caught up in these cells.
Come on.
They got all kind of crazy games that can happen in the cell, but don't get caught up. Man, you need to get out here, bro. You're too smart to be messing with this or being inside this prison, man. I know. I'm telling you, I know you. I heard you talk. I know what's up.
For sure.
So I'm taking that with me. I took that with me, bro.
Come on.
So when I went back to the population, my goal was I don't want to be around the dudes that I grew up with. I got to get from around them.
Surrounded.
I gotta go to, so at the time I go back to the main prison. They got a wild side and they got the east yard, what they was calling political side.
Right.
I said, I won't be on the political side. Because they ain't got, the wild people ain't gonna come over there.
For sure.
I'm gonna see the wild ones. It's cool. We locked in. It's all good. Y'all know what's up with me. I know what's up with y'all, but I need to be over here where these political prisoners at.
Come on.
And the main reason I needed to be over there because I had easier access to the law library.
Come on.
You know? So I'm going to the law library every day. I'm going to the law library so much that the people at the gate thought I worked in the law library.
Come on, man.
One of the lieutenants used to call me law library because I'm always going to get my pass signed to go to the law library, right?
Come on.
So then I just started to get an affinity for it, bro. I was like, man, this ain't really, this cake.
Come on.
So I just went to doing it, bro.
Come on, man. So you're in the law library, right? You went to the cell block. You feel what I'm saying? That's where you really came to, like, hold up, man.
Right.
It's really
right.
Because, you know, in jail, that's where a lot of people, right, find themselves.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's just like jail is like the world, man. It's like you got so many distractions, right? See, when God talking to you, you know, and you're not listening because you got this going on, you got that going on. Your head spinning, God trying to tell you something. Boy, let's go get a drink right quick. Come on, bitch, come pick me up.
Right.
You in jail, you hear me? Man, let's go down and walk. Let's go see who down there. I bet. But in solitary, like you said, it's you versus you.
Right.
So, and it's like, that's where a lot of people come into their knowledge.
Right.
Of finding out who they are. Because that's important to find out who you are.
Right.
And that's what I'm about to ask you now. What part, well, not what part, but name an obstacle or adversity you went through that you had to really remind yourself of who you are because you was at that point where you was like, man, fuck it, I'll probably be in here. Or you never thought that
I ain't never felt like I was going to die in prison.
Oh, that's what's up.
I ain't never felt like that, bro.
That's what's up.
Know why?
Why?
Because remember them dudes I told you about who was in the law library when I first came, who had all them sinners and was stuck out?
Come on.
They wasn't in jail no more.
They was going home.
They was gone.
Come on.
They went to going home.
Come on.
See, while I went to Camp J and was in the cell block, I'm hearing such and such gone.
Home.
Such and such just went home. Such and such made parole. Such and such about to go home.
Come on.
So now when I come back down the walk, a lot of them dudes gone.
Come on.
They gone. They ain't not there no more. The dudes I saw in the law library every day who do law was gone. You know? So now Kelvin, he's still there. He like, look, he had Camp F at the time, which is a trustee camp, but he coming every Saturday to the law class. He was like, all right, you back now. I think you're ready. I think your mind right. If you stay on the right path, I'm going to get you a job in the law library. I'm like, all right. Because he see me in the law. Every time he come down, I'm in the law library. I'm in a law class every Saturday. So he like, damn, all right. He's seeing all the people coming around. He always telling me, he like, look, bro, I see all the people gravitating towards you, but don't get caught up with people, bro. Help yourself.
Come on.
Help people, but help yourself, though.
Help yourself, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. But I'm still trying to help everybody, too. I'm trying to just teach people what I know, the little bit that I know I'm trying to. So when we was at Camp F, I had wound up getting an inmate council job, and I moved to Camp F where Kelvin was at. And Kelvin told me one day, he came and he said, "Buff, I'm about to go." I'm like, "What you mean about to go where?" He said, "I'm about to go home."
Huh.
I said, "You about to go home?" He said, "Yeah, I should be gone, and like in the next few months they trying to." I'm like, "Word?" He like, "Yeah, bro." He said, "But look, let me tell you something, bro. I ain't gonna leave you, bro. I got you.
Come on.
I got you." I'm like, all right. Because this one of the dudes that I know for sure who never told me a lie.
Come on.
He told me the truth. He gonna tell you, he gonna tell me all truth. I don't care
Sure.
how harsh they are, what they are, he can telling me the truth, man.
Come
Like,
on.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, right? So he said, look, you might want to go back down the walk because that's where everybody, all the people that you helping down there, so we're going to get you back. So I go back down the walk in the law library. Now I'm in the main prison. You know what I'm saying? I come straight from his school. I was back there with Kelvin like about 2 years. So now I'm back down the walk. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm becoming me then. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like him with the law. I'm really like doing my little thing.
Yeah.
Everybody coming through like, man, we trying to see dude. We ain't trying to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if it's called what's post-conviction, I know it like the back of my hand. You want right or writ, I know how to do that too. However, whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Because I take my hat off to a lot of dudes. Like I got a guy at Pencil, Ronald Marshall. He was cold-blooded with this English. He was always right. Like, English is the thing if you want right writs. So I was like, yeah. He gave me a lot of pointers. I sent a lot of people his way. You know what I'm saying? They had another brother, Chop, from up north somewhere. He was cold-blooded with the English, too. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff accumulating, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, right. I'm doing me. Kelvin leave. I got to take over the law class. I inherited the law class.
Come on, man.
So now I got the law class.
Come on.
I got another brother who free now, blessed, Ronald Reynolds, D.C. Me and him come up with a class called critical thinking, right? So me and him got a course, an 8-week course, critical thinking. We teaching that. You know what I'm saying? We teaching transaction analysis. We teaching this thing to the young brothers.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We got these classrooms. We giving it to them. Law class every Saturday. We getting it in. Sure. I got another brother, Arthur Carter. He take over a law class for the lifers at night. So if you miss my class, catch his class.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We on the same page with the law. You know, I'm thriving inside the prison with the law.
Come on.
And I'm growing for it's just all around the board, just helping people. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that's how I'm coming. I ain't charge you. Nobody in prison can ever say I charged them for anything.
Come on.
The only thing I'm charged them is to learn how to use the law library.
Come on.
That was my thing. If you came in the law library to talk to me, the first thing I'm gonna teach you how to do is use the law library.
Come on. That's what's up.
I'm gonna teach you how to how to research, shepherdize. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how to do all this stuff because I want you to know. I don't want to be doing it for you. I want you to do it for yourself. Sure. I used to always feel like if I could teach a young brother this, he could put it on steroids.
Come on.
He could take it somewhere I can't take it.
For sure.
So I'm like, I need you to get it.
For sure.
You smart. You smarter than me.
Come on.
Your mind work faster than mine. You younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at with that right there. Yeah.
So we could both agreed on the only way out of prison, if you got life, is through the law library.
Nah, that's not the only way.
All right. Educate me.
That's not the only way.
Let's talk about
it. Because the most powerful thing to me is relationships.
Come on.
It's who you know. It's the people that you know. Because they got brothers that talk their way out of prison.
For sure.
Was educated themselves and knew how to talk in a manner to where people say, man, that man don't need to be in prison no more. We can do something for him. We need to do something for him.
For sure.
You hear me?
For
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Then they had the clemency process that came where brothers, we had good governors where brothers made clemency. They commuted their sentence down. They went on the parole board, went home. We had good parole boards. A lot of good things was happening.
That's what's up.
You know, for people, if you're in a position, some good things can, so I done saw brothers get out. Man, I done saw brothers get out.
That's what's up.
Man, look, check this out, bro. I done saw this. I was at Camp F.
All right.
And they had a brother, he's from one of them what we would call a country town.
Okay.
Right? So that brother came to me and he said, bro, my mama talked to the DA and the judge, and they said they won't let me go. He said, but I got to file a writ. I said, so they said they going to let you go? He said, yeah. I said, what writ that is? The last writ you filed, I got it, and I said, go get it. He said, we might can't use this. I said, they said file a writ. They ain't say file a new claim. They said file a writ.
Come on.
If they telling your mama the truth, we about to see right now.
Come on.
We gonna file the same writ. I'm gonna go spruce it up for you. I'm gonna make it look a little more nicer. Say some good things. You can add a few things, certificates to it. Man, that man with the court was going home the same day.
Dang. That's a blessing, dog.
Yeah, divine intervention, bro.
That's a blessing.
But they got a case state X-Rail Esteem versus the state of Louisiana, right?
Okay.
And that case came out, I think that was what, 2020, 2019, 2018, one of them years right there, right? In that case, man, it's let so many brothers out who was multi-bail and sentenced to life.
Come on.
But look, before that case came out, I'm talking about the same issue. The brothers filed that for like 5 years straight, the same issue. And they was getting denied. Esteem come to me one day and said, man, they granted my writ. I said, man, why don't you go ahead, bro? He said, bro, I'm telling you they granted my writ. I'm like, man, go ahead home, bro. Chill out with that, bro. He said, I'm going to bring it to you and show it to you. He showed it to me. A little context here. There's a lot I have to explain, but a grant writ in a Louisiana Supreme Court only means that they granted the hearing.
Come on.
Because you petition them from the lower court to the Court of Appeal to the higher court, right? You petition them. The lower court get a chance to make whatever ruling that they make.
Okay.
When you, in that sense, and anything post-conviction, when you go to the Court of Appeal, it's not acting as in its appellate jurisdiction.
Okay.
Why I'm saying that, because when it's acting as an appellate jurisdiction, that means it's going to hear whatever you file to them in its appellate jurisdiction.
For sure.
But when it's acting in supervisory jurisdiction, that means that you asking them to review the lower court's ruling.
Okay.
So they got discretion to whether grant your writ or not.
Okay.
And granting your writ only means that we grant to hear your question.
Okay.
Right? We're going to reserve the judgment on whether we're going to reverse it or not.
All right.
So they granted his writ in the Louisiana Supreme Court. They granted it. There was like a big win because they had been denying everybody.
All right.
And then a ruling came down. That same brother came to me and said, man, my lawyers just called me and told me they reversed my case, bro. I said, boy, get out of here. He said, bro, I'm telling you, during that time, we not online with the West Law.
All right.
So I called on the lady that was over legal services, legal program. By me working in the law library, we had access to calling them. So I'm like, look, I need this case. John Esteem. She said, I'm sending it down to you, buff. It came. I saw it.
Come on.
It came to the law library. I'm reading it. I'm like, wow. So I'm telling all the brothers, they had this brother, a brother named Clarence Tolbert. They had like all the multi-bail brothers knew each other.
Come on.
That was their thing. That wasn't my thing.
Come on.
I'm like, I don't know nothing about the multi-bail at this time. But I know when I'm reading this ruling, I know law. I'm like, ooh, this fire right here.
Come on.
So I said, go call Clarence Tolbert. He come running to the law library. I said, brother, like, read this. He read it. He like, oh, we gone.
Come on.
We going home.
Come on.
He said, bro, we gotta file. We gotta do something. I'm like, all right. I said, well, look, I don't know nothing about the multi-bail, brother. He said, man, all this law you know? I said, yeah, I know post-conviction. I know habeas corpus. Why would I know about the law multi-bail and I'm giving a life sentence on a second-degree murder, brother?
Come on.
What? Man, that's cold-blooded. How you don't know about the law multi-bail? I said, well, look, just get the multi-bail, brothers. We're going to sit by this computer. And we're going to learn about the motivational today.
Come on.
He said, man, you can't learn this in one day. I said, boy, I can do anything I want to do.
Come on, man. Come on.
I said, just give me the basic rules.
Come on.
So that's what he did. He gave me the basic. That's how I go read this statute. So I'm going over the statute, and that's how my mind works. I'm like, all right. So this means this. Because I know the law, but I just, I never did no multi-bail cases.
Come on.
So I'm just like, all right, blah, 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 blah. So, all right, look. I say, look, go write your best version of how you think this writ should look.
All right.
And I'm going to do the same thing. And we're going to combine those versions. He came back the next day with his version.
Come on.
He said, but I ain't no cold-blooded writ writer, bro. I don't know all this stuff like you know it. I said, well, you know enough. I said, I'm about to take this right here. We're going to feed it to the computer. Type it. I'm not to do all this here. Type it in the computer. And now we dissecting it. No, take that out. Put this in.
Put this in. Come on.
No, look, do it. I said, look. The winning writ is the shortest writ.
Come on.
I said, we're just going to say what we need to say. That's it, the bare minimum. What we need to say. All right. We put the first writ together. I said, that's it? I said, let's see. Handed it to 3 people in the law library. They like, yeah, that's it.
Come on.
So I said, look, go get all the dudes that was that similar situation. You know all the multi-bail people. He go get them. They come to the law library. We doing the writs. Pop, 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 pop. Researching. Got one of my partners on a computer. He getting go look at this statute because you know he had to know the statute with the minimum, with the mandatory. We do this. Man, it was like, and then the brothers with the going back to court.
Come on.
Brother coming, like, I got a court date for this day, bro. Like, I got an answer, brother. Court, they say they're going to re-sentence me.
Come on.
So I'm like, oh, I'm talking about, look.
It's working.
So many people in the prison who ain't even multiple was inspired.
Come on. Come on.
They like, oh, them boys going home. File one for me. They
ain't even want me. Now you good.
Kill me, bro. Look, they won't want no.
They ain't even want it.
Yeah, they won't want no.
They wish they would want it better.
Man, they like, look, file one for me, bro.
Come on.
So we filing the rest. People are going home, bro. I'm like, man, it's a blessing.
That's what's up.
It's a blessing.
So out of everybody you help, watching people go home before you, and I already know it, to you that was motivation.
Right.
But I remember me helping a lot of people. And just off of me helping a lot of people, I watched them people get their blessings, right?
Right.
And it's like, I sit back and I be like, I love it, Lord, but when wine's gonna come. Like, and I know that camera call. Just tell me, just break it down to me how you can watch yourself give so much gain to get somebody out of prison and your time ain't come yet. Like, the perseverance you gotta have.
Man, you gotta be strong, bro. Because it's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating in a sense because my case was pending.
Okay.
Since I filed my writ, man, it's crazy. See, when I told you I was at Camp J and I filed my post conviction?
Come on.
And that was in 2002. My post conviction was pending in court, bro. All that time, bro. I was going back and forth, nothing was happening. Back and forth, then Katrina happened. And I'm running in place. The judge, they got out the section, they got a new judge in the section. All this stuff happening, right? So it's like, I'm seeing, like when I first started going back on court order on hearings, I'm seeing people that went back with me, they denied now. So I'm like, damn, I don't want to push it and get denied. I don't know what's going on. I need to find out what's, how it's working out here, how, what's going on, why I'm, so now my mind into finding out how it works down here in the courtroom, how it go.
Come on.
What make, how, what I'm saying? So I was granted evidentiary hearing, but that was like stuck in transition. I had John Fuller was my lawyer.
Okay.
And I found out that he don't know nothing about post-conviction at the time. He don't know what's going on. He a criminal lawyer. He really like a defense lawyer. That's what he is.
Yeah.
But I'm not understanding fully all of that right then and there. So my case lingering. And Kelvin home.
Come on.
So he said, Buff, we got to try to get you out of there. You don't need to be in prison no more, man. You need to be out here. Just keep doing what you're doing, though. I got you.
Come on.
So Kelvin is shopping my case around the people like, we need to help Buff. We need to help Buff. We need to help Buff. During the time, though, everybody is like, he got a lawyer. And then when they go to read my case, they like, man, hold up, man. Kelvin, you sure this dude didn't do this?
Come on.
Because this dude was arrested for murder all these times. What's going on?
They went to do a background search.
What kind of Kelvin, who are you trying to get us to help? What kind of brother is this?
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
So it was more like, so Kelvin was like, we gotta make him understand the narrative behind that.
Come on.
So now I said, you know what? We got to tell a story of what was going on in 94.
Sure.
About the corrupt 5th District Police Station, and that's where I was from, of all the Brady violations that was being had, how many innocent people that was in prison. That's got to be a part of the story.
Come on.
Now.
Come on.
You know, you got to bring them back to that moment. Because people that wasn't born or practicing law in that era, they don't know nothing about none of that.
Sure.
So now the story went to come in with that now. Look, yeah, that's true, but what about this guy who they had in prison for all this time, and they had this evidence saying that this guy, what about me, who they had in prison for, because Calvin was innocent.
Come on.
Had in prison all this time, but they had this Brady, and, you know, so now the narrative behind the story changing.
Come on.
And say, bro, like I go to court in 2020. The judge, Bonner, he was the judge. He called me down there. Look, bring all your paperwork. We about to get this thing cracking on some kind of level. We got to move it forward.
Come on.
Call my lawyer, Fuller. Call all the lawyers that I had during that time. I had 3 different lawyers during that time. I was blessed to be able to have 3 different lawyers during that time. Called them down there. And one thing Kelvin told me, always told me, Buff is chess, not checkers.
Come on.
Right? So now, when the judge called us in the chamber, he wanted to know why y'all took so long on this dude case, what's going on. So I everybody looking at me like, what story you gonna tell, Buff?
Come on.
I told a story. I said, man, look. I said, man, a lot of things happened. Katrina happened. A lot of stuff happened. You know, I don't believe nobody willfully neglected my case.
Come on.
I just know things happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, people are human.
Come on.
I got caught up in, stuck, so bam, I ran a whole up down to them like, so they were shocked because they thought I was going to be pointing fingers.
Come on.
So the judge was kind of shocked, like, damn, I thought you were going to kind of throw somebody under the bus. I couldn't throw nobody under the bus.
Come on.
I learned how to play chess. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to offend you. Why I'm offend people who free and I'm trying to be free?
Come on. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. So when we left out of the judge chamber, because the judge told the lawyers, look, y'all go talk to him.
Come on.
We go outside. The lawyer come talk to me. He like, look, bro. I said, look, check this out. I ain't tell the judge none of this yet, bro. But, bro, the only thing I need you to do is just get off my case. That's it, bro. For somebody can help me. I don't care about what money they paid you or none of that. I don't care about none of that. I just want to come out. I don't care. I don't care what kind of offer I could get. I want to come home. That's all I want to do, man. I'm tired of being in prison. I don't want to go home.
Come on, man.
So the judge was like, look, we're going to set you back to April. And, we're going to see what's up, and we're going to get you a lawyer appointed to your case, another lawyer. The pandemic hit.
Come on, man.
The pandemic was supposed to hit, though.
Come on.
You heard me, bro?
Come on.
Because guess what? During the pandemic, that's when I was sleeping in the dormitory, and God said, feed the people.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
I was asleep, bro. And he said, feed the people. I thought I was going crazy.
Come on.
I said, who said that? I'm thinking my bed partner, one of them said, I said, bro, what y'all was talking about last night? Dude was like, man, nobody wasn't talking about nothing. What you talking about? I'm like, yeah, you had to be. I heard something. Feed the people. You heard that before? So they like, what is you talking about, bro? we might have been talking about child and feeding up or something, because we in the dormitories at the time. You can't go to, it's like, so I'm like, I'm gonna be tripping. So now I'm trying to define what that mean. What feed the what is feed the people? So as I'm asking people this, people are giving me feedback in a sense that, well, man, y'all was feeding the poor. Remember y'all did the thing called Feed the Poor? I'm like, yeah. He said, man, that's what you do. You be helping people. So now it's coming to me like,
come on.
Oh, God said feed the people. Educate the people.
Come on.
Right?
Come on.
So it was like, all right, you got to get right with me, bro. You got to get right with God. You smart. Yeah, cool. Why you think you running in place, man? You had nowhere fast. You just running in place,
Come
man.
on.
It's me, ain't you?
Come on.
So now I'm seeing a divine intervention in it all. I'm like, damn, you right. I'm like, man, Esteem, the dude father saying Rip 5 years.
Come on.
And it was until it was divine intervention. Who else did it? Who else made the judges change their mind? Why? All the while they were saying no. And now all the majority of the judges saying, yeah. Who did that?
Come on.
How this happen? So
on.
now I'm looking at all the cases that was the Miller versus Alabama, all these cases. I'm like, man, these people have been saying this stuff for years, the 10-2. All this stuff doing this 10-2 just happened. I'm like, oh, look at this. I'm seeing this work. So I'm like, okay, God feed the people there. And it was on me from there.
Come on.
It was lunchtime.
Come on.
It was lunchtime, bro.
Lunchtime.
Man, look, it's so crazy. I told her brother, I said, man, we gonna get out and we gonna be doing what we doing right now. What me and you doing right now,
yeah.
I told her brother in prison that we was gonna be doing this right here.
Come on. And you doing it.
Man, that's crazy.
And you doing it. I was just watching a motivational video because I'm getting out of just watching stuff just to be watching. Like I'm trying to learn how to like watch stuff that's inspiring, right? So I was watching an interview with Inky Johnson, and he was just explaining how when he was growing up and how the guy saw him playing football, him and his cousin them on concrete, and he pull up and he say, man, where y'all parents? I mean, take me to y'all parents, and man, if y'all could bring them to down there, we got a program, man. Let's get them in some pads and stuff. And Inky was like, and his parents was like, man, well, we ain't got it. And the man was like, get them down there, I'm gonna pay for the sign up. So he said on one of the weeks where his mama couldn't bring him home, and his mama asked that guy to bring him home, and he said the man, when he pull up at the house, he said before he got out, he asked the man, hey man, can I ask you a question? And the guy said, yeah, what's up? He said, man, why you do all this? And he said that the guy said, I'm about to tell you something. I want you to stick with you. When you take care of people, God gonna always take care of you. You heard me? And I kind of that hit home with me because I help a lot of people too.
Right.
And what I do, people like, dang, like why you do it?
Right.
And it's like, cause I did stuff for somebody, and they look for nothing back.
Right.
What that man upstairs gave me something that person could have never gave me. Right?
Right.
Recently, I just threw my mama a birthday party a few days ago. Today, man, actually, my mom's birthday was today, February 11th. I threw my mama a birthday party. And I watched my mama walk up in the hall, and she's smiling. She got the second line band, and she just showing herself. In one of the videos, I caught my mama saying, all this for me? Dang, dude, y'all did all this for me?
Right.
And I got on Instagram the next day, and I said, dawg, I ain't lying. If you young, I said, save up y'all some money, throw y'all mama a party. I'm like, throw y'all mama a party, man. Pay for everything.
Right.
Because the feeling you going to get is going to be a feeling nobody could ever get you. with that man.
Right.
Man, I'm sitting back in the park and I'm like, oh, boy, dang, Lord, thank you.
Right.
So I know when you get on Instagram, you don't have to do this, dog.
Right.
Bro, you could be out here doing. I told you this on live. I
Right.
said, dog, your mission, you can be doing anything. You could say, thank you, God, for getting me out of jail. I helped so many people out. That was my deal was to get me out and help people out. Now I gotta go enjoy it.
Right.
But you remember that. You remember the promise.
Right.
And you fulfilling that. And although, sometimes it get hard on the journey, man, God gonna always bring us back to that day where we made that promise.
Right.
And what he said, all right, if you do that, I got you.
I got you.
You in that bed, feed the people.
Right.
If you carry that, I got you.
Right.
God's words is on a t-shirt.
Right.
So it's like nothing nobody could take away from you or could give you.
Right.
Because God didn't already gave that.
Right.
On the interview ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
It's already written for you.
Right.
God just allowing you and showing you that, man, you kept your word, so I'm going to introduce you to people, and these people is going to introduce you to their people.
Right.
And I'm telling you this because, dog, the effect you going to have and the effect that you have on people and on young boys like my, man, I'm 29 years old.
Right.
And you have this thing where you can make a person like me, 29 years old, really tap in.
Right.
You know why? Because Buff been through it. If you know, you know. That's the new saying. If you know, you know.
Right.
I ain't got to do all this. I ain't got to do that.
Right.
I ain't got to talk about this. I ain't got to talk about that.
Right.
I ain't got to tell you about I did life.
Right.
I be on Instagram. Nobody don't, man, yeah, my dog, because you ain't got to say too much.
Right.
Because that's how God set it up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But just for you just coming home, brother, dedicating your life to saying, you know what? Now I'm going to make sure that a young brother that was in my position never be able to say nobody didn't warn him.
Right.
And that's the goal to
Right.
it.
Right, bro.
And,
Right.
and I'm not gonna lie, dog. That's why I say this was a good conversation, dog.
Right.
And it's like
Definitely, bro.
for you to just keep doing what you're doing and have this type of perseverance. You've been home 3 years now.
Right.
And although you've been home 3 years now, you ain't got the big mansion.
Right.
You ain't got the Benz. You ain't got.
Right.
But guess what? Dog, you rich in spirit.
Right.
And you know one thing, if I
Right.
keep going the way I'm going, man, God got me out of jail for life.
Definitely. Definitely.
Bro, that was one of the, man, that's one of the
Right.
biggest blessings any man could ever give me.
Right.
That's bigger than the mansion, the Benz.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But only, remember, like, if he could get you out of that by staying faithful, man, whatever you plans is now since you home,
Right.
he gonna get you that because
Right.
he showed you.
Right.
You did.
Right.
So that's all I wanted to say, dog. And I ain't lying, bro. I appreciate this conversation,
I
dog.
appreciate it.
But
too, bro.
before we end, I wanna ask you a question. I wanna ask you a question that I asked my other old school partner, and I said, if you could go back in time and change anything, would you?
Nah.
And,
Nah.
and explain.
Nah. Because I know for a fact, bro, that this guy's playing.
Come on.
Because where I was headed at, as the 18-year-old Buff,
Come on.
man, I'd be dead. I was headed for self-destruction, bro.
Come on.
I was getting high. I was on heroin. I had a heroin habit.
Come on.
A young boy with a heroin habit, big old habit.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that somebody was gonna, I used to believe that I ain't gonna be 20 anyway, so I don't care.
Come on.
I ain't worried about it.
Come
you
on.
know what I'm saying? I know where I was headed. I was headed to that grave, bro.
Come on.
I was going there. So I don't like nothing about prison. I hate the fact that I done all that time in prison. But guess what, bro? If I wouldn't have never done all that time in prison, I wouldn't be here right now.
Come on.
I wouldn't be delivered. God had a plan, bro.
Come on, man.
It was bigger than what I thought or what I knew. It was bigger than that. It's
Real
bigger
talk.
than that. Man, look, God gave me another word in prison, and I'm always telling it. I'd rather touch 1 million lives than have $1 million, bro.
Come on.
Because I was sent, we were sent to heal the nation. And healing the nation, you got to touch people.
Come on.
And you being used to touch them.
Come on.
It's not me.
Come on.
It's not me, bro. I used to always tell people in prison, I used to be saying, look, if it was me, if I knew magic, I'd have done it on myself first a long time ago. I'd have been disappeared. It's not me. I can't do this. I can't open the doors. If it was up to me, I'd open every last door.
Come on.
But no, bro, it's divine intervention, bro.
Come on.
You know, only thing I have to do is always learn how to get out the way.
Come on.
Get out the way, buff.
Come on.
Get out the way. I'm talking about, bro, even right now today when I have struggles, and I might wake up and be like, you know what, bro, I ain't for it today. Man, that thing gonna come. That thing gonna say, man, feed the people.
Come on, man.
What you talking about? You ain't got there ain't no church, ain't no feed the people, bro.
Come on.
Feed the people, bro.
Come on.
So I feed the people.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? When God said, look, bro, they got other people that probably won't feed the people. So now what I've been doing, I've been going pull up on people. I've been pulling up. Look.
Pull up. You
got something to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lunchtime.
It's lunchtime. You hear me, bro? So I know for a fact, bro, that if I could go back and change it, bro, I wouldn't go back and change nothing at all. And believe me, bro, I've been through a lot of things while doing that time in prison, bro. My little brother was killed. Rest in peace, Black to God.
Come on.
My cousin, Cheddar Black. Rest in peace, Cheddar Black. Elo, you know, a lot of people was killed.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? My nephew was in federal prison with life sentences.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? All of that, bro.
Come on.
You know, and look, and during that time, I wishing I was out here.
Come on.
I'll be in a federal prison. I'll be dead. God had other plans, though, bro. God had other plans, and God had other plans, bro. He said, look, feed the people, man. Just chill out and just feed the people. I got you.
Come on.
And, bro, that's how it been.
It be a blessing.
That's how it been, bro. You know, I tell people now, look, I told somebody today, I say every day a holiday. And they like, what does this mean? I say, I've been to hell.
Come on. Witnessed it real life.
Yeah. So
real
that's
life.
why every day a holiday to me. No matter what, I can't complain.
Come on.
Because they got one phone call away that's doing way better. That's doing way worse. That's having a way worse. Every day in prison was a worse day.
Come on. Sure. And I tell people all the time in my life, I said, somebody in jail will accept everything you dealing with.
Right.
The can't pay, we're living check for check, ain't got no money in their bank account. Seems like everything they'll live with all that for their freedom.
Right.
So, you know, that kind of make me like always tell myself, boy, it's a blessing. It's and humbling. Then doing what we doing, everybody not chosen to do this.
I know.
Everybody can't do this. Bro. And if you know, when you read the Bible, all God's disciples was people that came from a toward background. Right. That's who God used. He used people toward the majority. Be like, man, I know, Buff, man, that's godless shit. Nah, that's real. Right. Cause you gonna believe it now.
That's it, bro. And
you gonna believe it.
And say, bro, know what's crazy though? And when I was in prison, and people would come off the streets like to see me, that's what they used to come and see. Let me see what they talking about.
Come on.
Because I know this boy here, this Black Pat son. this dad, he ran around that price. So when people was seeing it was like, and so when I come home, it was the same thing. People on the sidelines looking like, we gonna see if he really.
For sure.
Cause you inherited all this stuff. I'm gonna see.
Come on.
And guess what, bro? I'm showing them.
Come on.
I'm showing them like, yeah, all right. I'm real. This me. This is what I do.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I ain't gonna play no games. I ain't faking with it. This is what I do. Cause God said feed the people. Nothing else. No other reason. They don't have no other reason I do this right here. This is why I do this. This what humbles me every time I think I'm not being humble enough. That what humbles me.
Come on.
That keeps me going.
Come on.
You know, that makes me know that, look, bro, you really just like a regular person. Yeah, bro, and I'm regular. And I'm telling people that all the time, like, I'm regular. They be like, no, bro, you ain't regular. I'm like, yeah, I'm regular.
Come on.
I'm regular, bro. I'm humbled. I'm humbled to that sense. You know what I'm saying? I understand that I got things to do and we can do things together. We can go on that mission, but, bro,
come on.
know one thing, brother. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't get too big. Don't get too big-headed. You know what I'm saying? Stay humble, man.
Come on.
Your mission gonna be what it's gonna be. It's all good.
Come on.
So, you know, yeah, bro. God said feed the people, man. So it's lunchtime.
That's what it is, man. We gonna go ahead and wrap this up, dog. And like I said, this was one of the ones, and I knew it was gonna be what it is.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because two great men with two great minds on the same mission.
Right.
When there was two or more in the midst, when there was two or more, God definitely in the midst.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's just like how you older.
Right.
And you pushing this type of energy and this type of positivity.
Right.
I'm younger. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I gotta get your age.
Right.
You been my age.
Right.
Hustle.
Right.
You gonna run into this.
Right.
This how you work that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this how we doing it. This how
Right.
Okay, hustle. I'm old school. What bring it down to?
Yeah, let me see it. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we always learning. It's never you know more than me and I know more than you.
No, bro.
It's learning. We learning from each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, bro.
And that's what's gonna keep this thing alive. Feed the people. Feel what I'm saying? You know, I got mine. Got Knowledge of Self podcast that show. Knowing who you are in time of adversity. So, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. You feel what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all get y'all a nice message. And Buff, I'm gonna let you go ahead and pray us out, dog.
All right. Definitely.
Let's go.
I'm going to do that, bro. Man, thank you, God, first and foremost, for being alive. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to be able to do the things that we've done and for you to take us to where you've taken us, and I know we can go further. It's just a blessing. So thank you, God, for all the blessings that you've bestowed upon us throughout the years and that you're going to continue to bestow upon us. And let us just touch your people, God. You already know. You the one who said feed the people. Just keep me out of the way and act through me at all times. God said feed the people, so at lunchtime.
Amen, baby.
You know, I done seen it all. From a $5 mixtape hustle to an empire. And still it's so
like it's important